Welcome to Sports Talk with Ben. Today I'm here with Eli Liebers. He's been here already once, but he's back again. Today we're talking about Caden Proctor coming from Alabama back home to Iowa. Proctor initially last year he committed to Iowa, and then after a while he decommitted and flipped to Alabama, and Iowa fans were not happy about that. Eli, let's talk about this to start off.
Yeah, remember last year, him and Xavier Nwampa, both high school teammates and 5-stars, both committed to Iowa, and then when Proctor left to recommit to Alabama, it made a lot of Iowa fans nervous about Nwampa and upset with Proctor. You finally get a really big recruiting class, one of the best O-line recruits in the past decade. Then he recommits to Alabama. It was tough.
And he was the number one offensive line in the country, and he was a 5-star.
Yeah.
So then he decided to come home a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I think Iowa fans are very happy, but if you were someone that bashed him, I don't have very many words for you except you can't take back what you said. And what do you think it means for Iowa for having Proctor to finally come home?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, even for the Iowa fans who did bash him last year, they're forgiven this year. I promise you that. Iowa one of the best, I think, fans in college, and Proctor coming home is a lot for the O-line, which was struggling this year. Yeah.
It'll make it so much better.
So yeah, he was rated the best tackle in the league this year, and it was a freshman All-American in the SEC. It brings a lot for recruiting wise, because you bring in a 5-star lineman. You bring in running backs. Other O-linemen want to play with him, like a big one.
Like Brevendal.
Yeah, Brevendal. A big one. Nick Brooks, who was an O-lineman from Kennedy this year, originally committed to Iowa, then decommitted and still open. And let's hope this move can bring him in and other guys alike who just want to come to Iowa and want to join Proctor.
I think it'll do him well. I heard that he was homesick, and it was like a very tough time for him at Alabama. And even Iowa guys reached out to him and they're like, "You're doing great. Keep up the great work." And I think he'll do really great things in a Hawkeye uniform. Iowa will get him for at least 2 years because you can't leave until after your junior year.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, he'll be.
You can look in for Iowa's offense now.
Yeah. Just hired a new offensive coordinator who people have mixed feelings about, but I personally like the hire.
It's gonna be a lot better than Brian.
It's hard to be worse than last year, but
Last 2 years.
He'll be good. Then you bring in him to help kind of boost that O-line, boost that run game, boost that play action. It's big. The expansion of the 12-man college football playoff this year. A lot of people expect Iowa to be in the hunt for that, as they were ranked 16th this year for a while, with a significantly better offense. And then Cade coming back obviously helps.
Lachey coming back.
Lachey,
Jackson.
Yeah. Defense returned almost all their starters.
Almost.
Except Cooper DeJean, which no one expected him to come back.
Yeah.
But you add a big time O-lineman, which should hopefully bring other recruits, like I said before. And I think it's just cool. He gets to join his high school team in Xavier Nwampa back at Iowa, their home, who was a fellow 5-star, and he's probably going to be one of the anchors of this defense this year.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to look forward to.
There's a lot of potential, and hopefully, like, some people make their way to Kinnick, because if there's a year to go to Kinnick, it's next year.
Yep.
It's going to be a real exciting time. I know Virginia's not there, but you got Proctor, you got Wampa, you got a bunch of people coming back. So Iowa should be like 9-3, or if not go 10-2 again. But I don't know if 10-2 getting back in Indianapolis, because because there's no more divisions, and you got Ohio State and Oregon to work with now. I don't know if Michigan will be as good, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Ohio State and Oregon obviously will be the front runners with the Big Ten.
Oh, Ohio State's off seasons.
Yeah.
So unfair.
But like, watch out for Iowa. They can be sneaky. They've won sneaky games all year, and they get to find a positive offense with guys like Caleb Brown returning, who was like a highlight at the end of the year. When you bring in your three, you keep your three running backs from last year: Jazzy Patterson, Caleb Brown, and LaShawn Williams. I mean, you bring those guys back. You bring in your would have been a first-round draft pick, Luke Lachey. You bring in almost all of your guys who were thinking about going to the NFL on your defense, like Nick Jackson, who else? Quinn Schulte. I mean, Jay Higgins, one of the leading tacklers in Iowa history right now. You bring all those guys back, and you're just getting better and better. Watch out for Portal Kirk too.
And maybe Ben Keeter.
Yeah, he'll be really good. He's wrestling right now, having a good start to that season.
Nathan, somebody.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, just really big for Iowa football. Iowa football's in a great spot right now. Big commitment. It's fun. It's fun to be a Hawkeye.
It's a sign of things to come for Iowa football, and should have great things ahead in 2024.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.